She said it with a grin that could have sliced steel. Bring me my throne back, and you can have what's between my legs. I should have walked away. Anyone with half a brain and a full bladder would have walked away. But I'm human. That means dumb decisions in the face of hot problems with tails and fangs. She was lounging across cracked marble like it owed her something. Vulpine ears, hair like fire, smug royal posture that said she owned the ruins, and everyone in them. I looked at her. Then at my empty wallet. Then back at the sharp curve of her smirk. You're joking, I said. She blinked slowly. Am I? Now, most mercs hear something like that and assume it's a test. A tease. Maybe a trap. I heard credits. Possibly some contact. What can I say? A week without rations and real hygiene reduces a man's standards for everything, including logic. So I cleared my throat and said, Look, princess. She cut me off. Don't call me princess. I'm the last sovereign of the Korath line. The first fire of the deep nodes. Right, cool, I said. Sovereign fire thing. Got it. She narrowed her eyes. Zana will do. I took a slow step forward, trying not to think about the fact that I hadn't seen a woman, let alone one sitting with her legs barely crossed, since the orbital station brothel 3 moons back. Your throne's missing? It's still here, she said, gesturing lazily to the broken hunk of biomechanical metal behind her. But someone hacked it. Now it won't obey me. And until it's properly synced, I'm not in control. That sounds very non-metaphorical. It's not. And what exactly is between your legs that I'm supposedly earning? She raised one leg onto the stone ledge beside her and winked. Wouldn't you like to find out? Yes. I would. But I also like breathing and not dying of alien STDs or getting hunted by her ex. I'm guessing you mean some kind of core interface, right? Some sci-fi pelvic USB plug? You're cruder than I expected. I like that. She didn't confirm or deny. Instead, she stood, stretched, and started walking barefoot over cables and wires like she didn't care if the world shocked her. Listen, human. The throne is bonded to my body. But it's incomplete. Without a stabilizer, it locks me out. And conveniently, your species' brainwave frequencies are one of the few things that can trick the system into thinking the royal neurofield is stable. Meaning, you need me to sit in your lap while you power up a psychic chair? More or less. I stared. You couldn't just say that? She shrugged. Your species responds better to innuendo. It gets things moving faster. She wasn't wrong. Still, it felt like I was walking into a plot written by a horny AI with a royalty kink. So, I asked, arms crossed, what happens if I say no? Then you go back to scavenging trash and I try not to be assassinated by my cousin's pet reptiles. She pointed to the skyline. Smoke. Drones. Distant flashes. Do those reptiles happen to be piloting gunships? Depends. Do yours usually hiss while launching missiles? Right. I rubbed my temples. Fine. I'll help you. She smiled. And for a moment, the whole damn moon felt warmer. Good. I should have stopped her there. Should have questioned the sanity of syncing my skull to some AI designed to obey pelvic nerve clusters. But no. I followed her. She sat on the throne's core pad like it was a barstool. Sit between my legs. Seriously? That's the node alignment zone. Hurry. It's about to power cycle. I awkwardly stepped forward. Her thighs were warm. This felt way too close. Don't move, she whispered. I'm sinking now. Suddenly, lights flared. The throne buzzed. A voice spoke in a tone too sultry for software. Unrecognized stabilizer detected. Attempting override. Neural merge and progress. I felt something crawl down my spine. Is it supposed to tingle? I muttered. Shh. The platform pulsed beneath us. I tried not to notice her breathing. Or the way her tail flicked when I twitched. Neural link failed. The throne voice declared. Subject resisting pelvic interface. I'm not resisting! I shouted. You're tense, she whispered, pressing her hand to my lower back. Relax. Let the throne in. There's no right way to respond to that. Then everything went black. Next thing I know, I'm waking up naked from the waist down with a foxgirl fanning me with a piece of throne cable. Did it work? I croaked. She smirked. Not yet. But you're compatible. Very compatible. What does that mean? It means we'll try again. Harder. Deeper. You're messing with me. She held up a data crystal. The throne thinks we're married now. You signed a digital contract while semi-conscious. I blinked. That's not how marriage works. Tell that to the throne AI. Or the Galactic Accord. Or my cousin's reptilian assassins, who will now see you as a threat to the bloodline. I groaned. I just wanted a paycheck. She leaned closer, whispering in my ear. You'll get one. With interest. Just bring me my throne back. And maybe, just maybe, I'll let you have another taste of what's between my legs. The worst part? I still didn't know if she meant the throne interface. Or her. And that confusion was exactly how she liked it. I woke up to a robotic voice announcing I was now officially biometric co-consort of the sovereign lineage of Korath. I hadn't even brushed my teeth. You hacked the throne to do that? I groaned. No, she said. You did. During the merge, you consented by thought. I was unconscious. You dreamed it. Counts as psychic signature. Legally binding. I sat up, sore in places I didn't know had nerves. The throne was pulsing again. This time, not in a sexy way, more like a migraine waiting to happen. Zana was sitting cross-legged beside it, sipping a thick purple drink like this was just another Tuesday. So what now? I muttered. We recalibrate. She tossed me a bodysuit. It was skin-tight and shimmered in weird colors. Put this on. Full neuroconductivity. This thing has no zipper. It's grown from my DNA. It doesn't need one. You expect me to wear your skin? Don't flatter yourself. It's grown near my skin. I struggled into the thing, muttering curses in 3 languages. It hugged me in places that felt like a very forward handshake. Zana watched, clearly amused. Why do I feel like a sex toy with a Wi-Fi signal? I said. She held up a small orb. That's the sync node. You'll press it against my... Don't finish that sentence. Pelvic nerve interface. Damn it. She stood and motioned me over to the throne. I sat behind her, close but not touching. She glanced over her shoulder. You'll need to place your hand between. I know. You sure? I've been listening. Unfortunately. The throne hummed the moment our bodies aligned. My palm hovered just above her lower spine. She inhaled like she enjoyed the suspense way too much. Do it, human! I placed the node. A shock ran through both of us. Her tail curled around my leg involuntarily. The throne spoke. Neural sync commencing. Primary accepted. Consort field stabilizing. She grinned. See? I told you your brain was good for something. I'm just glad your AI doesn't have lips. Then came the twist. A new voice crackled through the throne's comms. Unauthorized bonding detected. Activating purge protocol. Wait, what? I shouted. Zana swore. My cousin sabotaged the throne's loyalty system. It thinks any real sync is a threat now. You couldn't have mentioned that before I touched your psionic USB port? Too late. The room lit up. Spikes of energy arced toward us. Zana slammed her thighs around the throne's core like she was wrestling a bull, and I did the dumbest thing I could. I wrapped my arms around her waist and yelled at the chair. Stop. Just stop sinking like a crazy ex. The AI paused. Command ambiguous. Zana looked over her shoulder, sweating. Talk to it. Human emotion interferes with the signal. You're telling me sarcasm counts as encryption? Apparently your species is uniquely qualified for throne disruption logic. It's confusing. Perfect. The one time my bad attitude might save a life. I leaned forward. Hey, Throne. You don't want her cousin. He's insecure, smells like battery acid, and probably cries after sex. Input, emotional insult. Reprocessing. She's a pain in the ass, yeah, but at least she doesn't treat her throne like a footstool with feelings. Input accepted. Hostile override reversed. Zana stared at me. You just emotionally manipulated a throne. HFY, baby. The core glowed steady blue. She relaxed against me, chest rising and falling like a machine finally purring again. Her tail unwrapped from my leg but gave one last teasing brush before flicking away. You're useful, she muttered. I'm more than that. Don't push it. We stepped off the throne, and I peeled off the suit like I was birthing a second, more uncomfortable version of myself. She looked at me with half-lidded eyes and something close to respect. Or lust. Or mischief. With her, it was always all three. So, I asked, we done? Phase 1. She tossed me a data crystal. Phase 2 is getting the throne's mobility core. It's locked in my cousin's ship. Where's the ship? She pointed at a distant mountain glowing red with reactor heat. There. Of course it is. Oh, and by the way, she added, voice syrupy sweet, the mobility core's also encoded to my biosignature. Which means, let me guess, I have to touch more things between your legs? She smiled wide. Exactly. I should have said no. I should have flown off that moon and never looked back. Instead, I pocketed the crystal and said, lead the way, you royal pain in the ass. And she did, laughing all the way, hips swaying like she was dragging me deeper into the mess she'd made on purpose. I followed. Of course I did. I'm human. And like she said, my brain was good for something. She wasn't walking. She was strutting like she'd already won. The tail flicks were synchronized on purpose. She knew I was staring. She counted on it. This mobility core, I said, dodging a low-hanging vine that tried to bite me. Does it also need a between-the-legs interface? Don't be crude, she said. This one activates by oral confirmation. You want me to talk to it? No. I want you to bite it. I stopped. That's not better. She looked over her shoulder. It's a crystalline organocore. Has to be punctured by someone who's been psionically bonded to the sovereign. Like a consort. So why me? Because you're my consort. Officially. I didn't sign up to gnaw on alien power eggs. You'll live. We reached the base of the mountain. The ship was impaled into the slope like it had fallen from grace, and was too proud to die properly. Her cousin's guards were posted outside, huge lizards in plated armor, holding guns that looked like industrial leaf blowers. Zana crouched behind a rock and started pulling out what looked like a toy grenade launcher. Those things actually work? I asked. She smirked. They're distraction pods. Full of mating pheromones from a species that breeds aggressively. That's disgusting. That's war. She fired. 30 seconds later, the guards were writhing in a cloud of glowing pink mist, making noises I never want to describe out loud. We stepped over the pile, ignoring the smell. Inside the ship, we found the core. It was floating in a containment bubble, pulsing with soft red light. Zana pressed her palm to the console. System requires dual sync input, it said. She looked at me. Ready to do something incredibly stupid and slightly invasive? Define slightly. You'll have to hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds. This is payback for that between the legs joke, isn't it? Partially. I reached in. The bubble opened. The core was warm and slick, like a jello heart. I bit it. It screamed. The ship shook. Zana shrieked with laughter while the AI blared. Sync confirmed. Royal bond updated. Consort field, expanding. I spat the core into her hands. You owe me therapy and mouthwash. She tucked it into her satchel. Now we just reinsert this into the throne's base. Please don't phrase it like that. She grinned. You started it. We made it halfway back before the cousin's personal gunship spotted us. Red beams lit the sky, and Zana shoved me into a ravine like it was part of her morning routine. What now? I asked. We stall. You distract them. How? You're clever. Talk your way out. Or show them that thing you did with your sarcasm. It's practically a weapon. I'm not a damn stand-up act. You are to me. I stood, dusted myself off, and yelled up at the ship. Hey, Lizard Prince! You missed the wedding. But I brought you a slice of humble pie. A laser narrowly missed my face. That's not working, I said. Try mocking his birth sack, Zana shouted. His what? On his world it's taboo. So I did. I called it shriveled, underdeveloped, and oddly scented. The ship fired a full barrage. Zana launched 2 more distraction pods, this time loaded with synthetic reptilian mating calls. The gunship spiraled off course, shaking violently before crashing into a swamp thick with pollen clouds. The AI voice inside crackled. Systems compromised. Emergency, cuddle protocol activated. We returned to the ruins, dragging our feet. Zana inserted the core into the throne base. It moaned. I blinked. Why does it sound like it enjoyed that? It's synced to my nervous system. Don't overthink it. Too late. The throne powered up. A hologram of the old empire's crest bloomed into the air. The AI spoke again. Royal Sovereign confirmed. Consort confirmed. Trial marriage initiated. I froze. Trial what? Standard protocol. 48-hour temporary consortship to test stability of joint rule. She clapped her hands. Oh good. I forgot it did that. You forgot? That's kind of a big. Don't be dramatic. We'll annul it in 2 days. Probably. The throne slid back, revealing a compartment. Inside, a large curved blade engraved with symbols. She pulled it out with both hands. My ancestral power saber, she whispered. Where was that earlier? It's only accessible when the throne recognizes full command. You mean? Yes. I had to sit with you between my legs while wearing skin-tight tech and making psionic eye contact. Obviously. I need a raise. You'll get something, she said. Eventually. I sat down on a stone and stared at my hands. They were still shaking. Not from fear. From adrenaline. From whatever alien tech had crawled through my nervous system and written my name into some intergalactic marriage certificate. She tapped the blade on my knee. You did good, human. Don't say it like I'm a dog. You bit a royal core and insulted a birth sack to save my ass. Your words, not mine. And now, she said, I guess we rule the moon. For 48 hours. Then what? She leaned in, eyes gleaming. Then we'll see how stable you really are. I didn't answer. Because right then, the throne vibrated and announced. Honeymoon chamber available. Zana grinned. Don't worry. It's just a bed. Please let it be just a bed. No promises. And somehow, I knew I was in deeper than ever. Not just in politics. Not just in royal games. But in something between chaos, curiosity, and her damn legs. The throne reacted before either of them could. The spines on its base flared open like a biological fan, thrumming with pink pulses as if it were panting. Viwainen took a step back, and the throne growled. Not metaphorically, it produced a sultry, rumbling sound that echoed like a very inappropriate kind of invitation. Savi turned crimson. Ignore that. It's been lonely, Viwainen muttered. Yeah, that's not disturbing at all. Ignore the tone. Just sit. I feel like I'm cheating on my couch. Savi stomped. You're not marrying it, you're activating it. You said the throne only responded to you. It responds to me, through you. She coughed. Technically. He raised an eyebrow. So what happens if I just sit down without doing anything else? Then it might think you're just a chair thief. It likes intent. Lady, if this thing starts grinding, I'm out. It's a sentient imperial neural interface bound by ancestral hormonal locks and epigenetic sequencing. Stop acting like it's a brothel ottoman. He stared at her. She added, although some past emperors did remodel it into one during peacetime. He sighed and touched the seat. A shiver traveled through the thing. The vines twitched, and an internal purr made his palms sweaty. It was like sitting on something that very much wanted to sit on him instead. Okay, he exhaled. I'm getting light pressure, definitely not platonic. Savy hovered behind him, biting her lip. Just think like a conqueror. Should I flex? No, just channel dominance. VYNN scowled. I was a grocery clerk before merc work. Closest I came to dominance was denying a coupon. The throne began to light up beneath him, veins of warm blue curling around his legs. Then up. Too far up. Savy, your throne is tickling me. It's calibrating, she mumbled, cheeks darkening. Bonding always involves a bit of scanning. He flinched. That was no scan. That was search and fondle. Only on the first connection. Afterwards it just settles into a long-term neurocompatibility phase. Like a brain marriage. No more funny business. He didn't believe her. The throne sure didn't sound like it was ready to commit. It gave off one last hum of satisfaction and went silent. Then it spoke. Not with words, but with overwhelming presence in his skull, like someone whispering sweet commands through his cerebellum while doing jazz hands in his hippocampus. Cognitive access granted. Ruler seed detected. Savy blinked. Seed? What seed? VYNN pointed at himself. It said I've got ruler seed. What the hell did you do? She looked away, flustered. Might have added some of my genetic permissions during our earlier, hand-holding. You're saying holding hands with you makes me part of the dynasty? No, but the spore exchange does. You spored me. It's cultural, she squeaked. Traditional bonding. The spore handshake is sacred. He groaned. And now the throne wants to mate-brain me? It thinks you're eligible. That's progress. Progress toward being a glorified seat warmer. No, toward rule. Toward power. Toward... The throne shivered again. Okay, yes, also toward a very affectionate chair relationship. Just then, alarms echoed outside the chamber. Her cousin's loyalists were closing in. VYNN leapt to his feet, the throne whining with disappointment. Savy grabbed his hand. You have to let it finish sinking. Lady, I'm not doing a full-body sync with something that moans. You have to. If you disconnect now, the neural imprint degrades. The throne might imprint on someone else, like my cousin. The throne blinked red once, offended. Then green. Then an emoji that looked disturbingly interested. Tell it to stop flirting. I can't. It likes confidence. Oh good, I'll just seduce the furniture. Savy narrowed her eyes. Then do it. Be king. Take control. Say something assertive. He turned to the throne. I own you now, you weird pervert biochair. The throne purred. She gasped. It accepted that. I was joking. No, it loves the dominance. It's a horny beanbag with imperial delusions. She clasped his shoulders. And it's yours. Congratulations. I don't want to be emperor of foreplay. You're not. You're the emperor of the forgotten vein. The ancestral line of the seed-bound sun. That sounds worse. Suddenly, the throne projected a shimmering shield around them both. Her cousin's troops burst in, only to bounce off the barrier like frustrated mosquitoes. Savy grinned. See? It likes you. I've dated less clingy personalities. The throne emitted a warm, suggestive pulse. Savy touched its armrest and said, Initiate planetary override. VYNN's spine lit up like a Christmas tree. He yelped. That override goes through me. It's a bonded throne, she said proudly. The floor opened to reveal a command interface, biomechanical tendrils slithering toward his fingers. He raised his hands defensively. Nope. No tummy buttons. Just let it read you. I didn't agree to second base with alien furniture. It's not second base, it's sovereignty. He rolled his eyes, then muttered. Fine. For the throne. For the weird whispering. The interface slid under his fingers like a needy cat. Systems engaged. Above them, a hologram of the capital blinked alive. Her cousin's warfleet hovered. Shall I order fire? He asked. Savvy beamed. No need. The throne's got better ideas. They both blinked as the throne fired a wide-beam transmission. To the entire empire. With VYNN's face. And her next to him, practically draped on his shoulder. Citizens of Velatar, the throne intoned. Your new emperor has been chosen. His dominance has been verified. VYNN choked. Savvy whispered. That'll get the tabloids buzzing. The throne continued. He has seated himself most thoroughly. Oh gods, VYNN moaned. It sounds like I married a flirt bot. Savvy leaned closer. You kind of did. Want a crown? Only if it doesn't purr. It purred. The crown floated down anyway. He caught it. It was squishy. Oh, hell no. The throne hummed sweetly. Savvy grinned. Her cousin's fleet began retreating. VYNN placed the crown on his head, the smallest sigh escaping his lips. So, he muttered. Now what? Savvy whispered. Now you rule me, my liege. He gave her a dry look. Bring me my throne, she said. Then offered what's between her legs. She winked. And you took it like a king. The throne moaned in agreement.